Doc Rivers just got announced as a replacement to Adrian Griffin, and he will now take charge of the 31-13 Bucks, who have had their ups and their downs. And during his last tenure, Doc Rivers had also had his ups and his own downs.
Come on, guys, fight for this! Fight for this!
But I guess in a kind of poetic way, these two forces are going to combine on their quest to get a championship. When they eventually fail, Doc Rivers be named the scapegoat. We all know why Adrian Griffin got booted. He was conflicting with what the players wanted, implementing a terrible defensive scheme, and most importantly, he lost the faith of the locker room. So, what does Doc Rivers bring to the table? He brings a championship resume, but a pretty long and shaky history after that. He's coached super teams before, and I guess we're calling this trio a super team too. But the Bucks have some fundamental roster issues that a coaching change doesn't really help. The Bucks have the 9th worst defense in the league right now, posting a 116 defensive rating. The only team that is above 500 with a defense worse than them is the Pacers. So with this bad of a defense, that means you're going to be in a lot of clutch games. About 55% of the Bucks games this season have been clutch games, where their defensive rating improves to 98.5. That's an 18.3 rating increase just on the defensive end. This team is insane in the clutch, and the numbers will help prove it too, as they lead the league in clutch wins. But the Bucks shouldn't even be in these games anyway. They have Giannis and Damian Lillard. They should be winning by 20 plus every night. Right? Well, again, due to the lack of roster depth, the Bucks lost all their perimeter defenders to get Dame, and it shows. Malik Beasley, just 6'3". We know how successful Damian Lillard was with a small guard by his side. So that's issue number one. Even though Malik has been balling this season, he just shouldn't be the one defending out there. They need more size. Issue number two is Doc Rivers himself. Why should we trust Doc Rivers anyway? He's the only guy to blow more than one 3-1 lead. That means he's gotten the chance to blow a 3-1 lead more than once. And he's done it 3 times. I mean, Popovich has a ring more recently than him. We all know that Doc Rivers' in-game adjustments are historically terrible.
Come on, guys!
And every other contender in the East is licking their lips at this news, especially Miami. Is this the coach the Bucks need? Hell no. Is it the Bucks' best option? Probably. And that's why I'm gonna give this man time to let him cook, and you need to too. Even though it was reported that Doc Rivers was feeding Adrian Griffin tips on coaching, so maybe it was all part of his master plan to get back into coaching. Who really knows? Despite that, the vibes look way better on this roster. I still have faith that the defense can be stitched together just by having Giannis and Brook Lopez on the floor, and hopefully Doc Rivers knows that. I'm especially excited to see what his rotations will look like, and especially if he can get the Giannis and Dame pick and roll to start dominating. But until he can prove these things to me, I just don't see this team winning a ring. It's championship or bust, and the chemistry just isn't clicking. We're halfway through the year. So when the Bucks inevitably fail and Doc Rivers gets scapegoated, it's here to let you know it's all a game from the start. Doc Rivers was doomed, and that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. You know, we're on the road to 1K, so if you do enjoy this video, subscribe. Like, it means the world to me. Thank you so much.